All right, guys. Welcome, everybody. These are some new interviews that James and I are doing with some of our former students and our grads. This gentleman here that I'm bringing on, as you can see here, is Mr. David Romero from the Dallas area. I train, first of all, welcome, David. Thank you very much. And
Thank you.
Okay, guys, truth be told, we're doing this on a Zoom meeting, but I'm having a great time here, and it's my pleasure. David's actually here at the shop with me, working on a couple of hail cars. So I'm super stoked that I've got one of my grads here that's advanced to the level that he's advanced to in a course of a year, roughly, that's here actually working on some retail hail cars with me. So I'm super excited. So welcome, David. Thank you very much for being on this with me, and thank you very much for the work you're putting in. I appreciate it. So tell everybody, because you know how my memory is, when exactly did you train? I know it's roughly a year ago.
I think it was right after January, February is when I started, and I did a 5-week class with you guys.
Okay, so it's been basically close to a year and a half.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Okay. So first of all, how was training for you? You did 5 weeks, which is a long time to be stuck with me. So how was training for you?
It was really good. I got to learn a lot. It was awesome that I got to have you there and ask questions and do everything that I needed to do. And it was really cool.
Good. So fast forwarding to right after you graduated. So, because a lot of the guys that hopefully will be watching these interviews and are potentially going to be coming into come in through the school or interested in coming into the school, or some guys that are actually training right now or have just finished. What was the first couple of weeks like for you? First 2 or 3, maybe even 4 weeks. What did you do to get started after you left? Now, you did 5 weeks, so you were there extensively and did some advanced training. But what was the first 2, 3, 4 weeks like for you?
A little nerve-wracking. As soon as you get out of school, you've got a little bit of confidence to you, because that first week you're a little nervous. Second week you're like, okay, I got this, and then you're finally starting doing stuff on your own. You're like, all right, okay, I can do this. This is what I'm going to do for the rest, for quite some time. I got lucky. I got to work with one of my best friends as a dealership, so I was able to work with him right out of class. I did all the wholesale kind of stuff, anything I got to learn on those cars. So it was nice, and got to take my time. But there are parts that you get to, you're like, I don't know what to do. And luckily I had you close by. I was able to come by and bug you and bring a couple crazy cars by and get your opinion on them. But it was nerve wracking. But after about 6 months, I got to the point where I was like, okay, I can do this. This is what I'm going to do. And I'm excited about doing it.
Nice. Very good. So real quick, because I didn't mention it, what were you doing before you trained?
Waiting tables, about 13 years in of waiting tables, and wanted to do this. As soon as I heard about it, I was like, I think I got the patience to do something like this.
And how are the patients working out for you? Well, I know how they're working out because I know what kind of work you're doing, but
yeah, that's definitely paying off. I'm much happier doing this and being able to go home at night and not have to wait tables and do all that kind of stuff. It's been really good. It's a wonderful thing to do.
That's awesome. And I know because you and I are not just the fact that I trained you, but I consider you a friend. We stay in close contact and everything. And you just had a new baby boy recently, and congratulations. And
thank you.
I know this is. Well, I'll let you tell it in your own words, but I know this has been able to afford you the ability to be able to spend more time at home and be home in the evenings and not work those crazy hours.
It has. It's been nice. I've been able to get up. I like to get up early and start working and get everything done so that at around 5, 6 o'clock that I can know that I'm going home and know that I'm getting everything done. And it's nice to not have to worry about how much you're going to make or having to work for somebody else is the biggest thing to me, that I have my own company. I'm on my own time. I get to do what I want when I want, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing.
Great. That's awesome. And yeah, guys, so the funny thing, there's a quick funny story that David did to me. I had talked to David several times in a period, but there was a few months that I hadn't seen him after training, and he calls me up one day and he goes, hey, can I bring this hail car by the shop real quick? I want you to look at it with me, just so I can kind of get an idea of what an estimate should run on it. So yeah, sure, no problem. And this car came out of McKinney, Texas last year. They got hit pretty hard. Actually, I think it had got hit the year before. But he rolls up in this Hellcat that, and I have a video of this on my phone, but this estimate was about, David, I think, wasn't it $21,000 or $22,000 estimate? This
Correct.
car was beat to a pulp that I just looked at it and just laughed at it because I wouldn't even attempt it. And, but it ended up being great practice for you, didn't it?
It did. It was you get to learn what you can and can't do, or what you can reach, or what panels are accessible, and what you can really, really do.
Yeah. So, I mean, inevitably, I mean, I know it was a friend of yours and he was going to paint the car anyway. So you had the opportunity to really just get in there, get your hands really dirty on this thing and play with every panel on this car. It was a perfect scenario, you know, and that was just a few months after training, if I remember correctly. And I mean, it was great practice for you. And doing something like that really has made you a better technician. It's kind of like I've always said, and I've always told all of my students, that when I first got into the industry, I cut my teeth on nasty wholesale stuff that should have gone to the body shop. You know, I was fixing those big smash deals long before big smashes were popular in the industry. And as much as I hated them, it did make me a better technician. And it taught me more about the industry and what I needed to do and how to do what we did. Of course. What we do. Yeah. So tell us about, and I know you've done some with it, and you've still got different ideas in the back of your head as far as your own business, because you've been doing a little bit here on this side, doing a few things. You've been helping me a little bit on a few cars. What's your inevitable goal for your business? Because you got an awesome name that you came up with the logo, which I think is super cool, and tell everybody what it is.
So company name's The Gentle Mend. We got a really cool little logo, and I hope to grow that business so that I can get everybody seeing that little mustache man that I've made, and really push that. It's really cool to have an idea in your head and go, okay, this is what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to do it, and actually have it unfold in front of you.
Cool. And I know you're going to be successful at it. I mean, you've been this successful so far. So, and I'm not asking for a number at all, but what's in your own heart and soul, looking back when you went through the class, okay, have you met your expectation as far
absolutely.
As within a year's time, year and a half time frame, as to what you had hoped to get out of it? I mean, are you there?
Without a doubt, I'm able to fully support my family. My wife's at home right now with our 2 boys. So it's been awesome that I've been able to do this and make the money that I've been making, and being able to I just had a dealer just call me just now, told me they had another car for me. So it's nice that I have my phone ringing with money. It's really cool. It's
a beautiful thing, isn't it?
It is.
It really is. Yeah. Well, I'm super stoked for you, and I'm very, very happy, and I'm very proud of you, to be honest with you.
Thank you.
I mean, it's always, and I do, you know me, I get choked up sometimes. I get emotional because one of the reasons why I do what I do is solely, the main reason why I do what I do is because the industry's been good to me, and I love this industry, and it's my way of helping guys and paying it forward. And I like to see guys succeed, and being able to see somebody like yourself that came into the industry knowing nothing about cars other than driving one, right, and never being around the industry, never picking up a dent tool till the day you walked into my class.
Correct.
And in just over a year's time, supporting your family, you know,
right,
especially through all the hard times that we're all going through right now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, being able to support your family, doing what you're enjoying doing and what you decided you wanted to create your lifetime career into is just super cool. And I'm very happy for you. I'm very proud of you. And you know, I'm here for you. Hell, I'm in a room right next to you, for God's sake. So, you know, and my door is always open to you, and you know that.
And I'm beyond thankful for that.
Good. And like I said, you know that I'm always here for you. Is there anything, before we close, is there anything that you want to tell somebody that was in your shoes a year and a half ago that might watch this, and I'm not talking about an advertisement for Ding King or anything like that. Just an honest thought process as far as being dedicated to what you're doing. Is there something you want to say to guys that potentially can help them and help them get to where you're at right now?
What I think of is when I told you this morning is watching the guys that are in the class right now going, oh man, the first day or two, you're like, what did I get myself into? Especially not knowing anything about cars and going, oh, what am I doing? I don't know if this is going to be for me. And then you get to the third or fourth day and you go, oh, I can do this. Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, I'm learning more each day. And especially that second week that you come back, the second week, you're more confident. You've slept through the weekend. You've been watching every YouTube video that there is out there about PDR, trying to figure out, am I doing this correctly? And what else can I learn from YouTube and all this kind of stuff. It's been an awesome experience altogether. It's really cool watching people learn to do what I'm doing and see that the same frustration of that first day or two where they get nervous, and then the third or fourth day that we're on today, and they're excited about it. They're looking forward to doing it. They're excited about the whole situation and asking. All of them come up to me and ask me questions because they know that I just went through it, and they ask me my opinion for it. So it's been really nice to see that I'm not alone in feeling the same way whenever I started.
Good. Well, and I try to explain, even though I'm the guy that's actually teaching them, I try to explain the same thing to them, because don't forget, I'm also a Ding King grad. Skip Phipps trained me all those years ago in Missouri. So I've walked in y'all's shoes as well. I went through the 2-week course. I've stepped in y'all's shoes. I've walked the walk. So I totally get it. And it was like yesterday, I knew one of the guys was really frustrated. Went through this as well. One of the guys was really frustrated with the way something was working yesterday, and it just wasn't going the way he wanted to. And I said, stop for a minute. It's 2:30 on day 4. Okay. Think about where you were Monday afternoon and Tuesday morning, the end of day 1, the beginning of day 2. Today's day 4. Look what you already accomplished today. Mm-hmm. And it hit him. And he was like, well, you're right. I actually finished I just did a crease. Well,
yeah, he did.
So it is. It's pretty cool. It really is. So again, I want to thank you for joining me on here. I really do. I greatly appreciate it. And I'm going to kick you off here in just a second so you can get back out there and start working on that truck again. No, but in all seriousness, guys, thank you very much for joining us. We hope you're enjoying these interviews. These are some honest guys that we have trained in the past. Some of them are going to be more recent than others. Like Corey that was on the other day with James. He's about 6 months out. Obviously, David's between a year and a year and a half. We're hoping to bring a couple of more guys on that are one's a little bit newer, that he's only about 5 months or so out. And then there's a guy that I'm trying to get on to come on with us that's about 3 years out. So we're really excited about doing these interviews. So check these out on our YouTube page. Be sure and check us out on the official Ding King on Instagram and the Facebook page, the Ding King on Facebook as well. Thank you all very much. Have a great afternoon. Y'all be safe out there. We hope everybody is blessed and we get through this okay. And y'all take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.